Hi everyone, I have something very special for you today. Also, I have something very special for me because my good friend Matt, who you've seen on a couple of videos, he was with me when we went and picked up that 91 coupe that's his back in Death Valley. Also, he was with me when we went to Midwest Fox Fest. So he sent me something that I think is probably going to be pretty special, and I did not want to open it unless it was on video. Because it's just going to be just as much of a surprise to you as it is to me. So I know I can tell wherever this came from. It came all the way from Canada. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I've got a feeling it says do not bend, do not fold, do not crush. So I'm not going to put a knife to it. It looks like this is kind of paper. Yeah, we can just tear that open. Let's see what I've been so excited. He let me know this about 2 weeks ago. He's like, hey buddy, I'm sending you a belated birthday gift. I'm like, all right, man. I can't wait to see. And I've been waiting. You know how it is when you're waiting on something. And then I've been kind of waiting to open this because I wanted to make sure I got it on video today. All right. It's black, whatever it is. Looks black. Oh. What do we got here? Custom made vinyl graphics. Oh, cool. Huh, so he's got me something that looks kind of like maybe like a garage banner or something. Well, let's see if we can open this thing up. It's sealed. All right, what we got here? Oh my goodness. I really want... Guys, I'm going to tell you. If you only knew the story behind this. I guess I'll never forget. Oh my goodness. So I've got to tell you the story behind this. Oh, and this is absolutely getting hung up in the shop. So here's your firing order for a roller 302 motor, which is 137265548. So when I put the plugs back on, the plug wires back on the two-tone Cobra clone, I hooked them all back up like a non-roller 302, and it fired up. But guess what? It was missing. So guys, I'm going to tell you, I tried everything. I was thinking that it was a TFS module. I was thinking that maybe rotor cap. Took the one off this car, put it on that one. I'm telling you what, till I finally thought maybe there is something going on. Let me just double check. And I had my wife stand over here at the 417 Fox, and I stood over there at the two-tone Cobra clone, and we went plug wire by plug wire. And guess what? They didn't match up. And as soon as I matched them up to what was on the 417 Fox, ta-da! The car ran perfect. I had pulled up a diagram for a non-roller 302. We all do stupid things, and you got to hear a really good one that I did. So thanks, Matt, for rubbing salt in the wound for getting me this. Appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate it. Hi everyone, and welcome back to 417 Fox. Today I've got a special video for you today. Today is reveal day on the two-tone Cobra clone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you a complete walk around inside and out on the car and tell you a little bit about what each part of the car has been done. So I'm sure you're going to want to stick around for that. Let's get to it. So a little story on this car. As you guys know, I am in Southwest Missouri. This car was actually a Texas car all of its life. And there was a young guy selling it really close to here, about 45 minutes away, in a little town called Stockton, Missouri, and posted it up. I went there and purchased the car and got it for a reasonable price. Loved the car because it was a Texas car all of its life until coming to Missouri recently. So the car's no rust, but the car was rough, to be honest with you guys. It was really rough. It had the cowl damage on it from a hood coming open. You know, the car had been beat up pretty good, had a minor front end collision, and all that has been fixed. So a little funny story about this car is that I walked away trying not to buy this car. The price that the car was posted for, I think the car was posted for $4,500, and I took $4,500 with me. Now there was a few things that weren't listed in the posting. I could have asked, but I didn't. The kid was real cool about the car. We looked it over, took it for a drive. The motor ran terrible. I mean, it was spitting and sputtering and leaking oil from everywhere. And I was like, oh man. And then the cowl damage, which is really kind of the icing on the cake for me. I didn't mind so much about the stuff that I knew I could fix on the motor, but that cowl damage was, I knew that was a lot of hours. So I never even made an offer to the kid on this car. And Keegan, if you're watching this, I know I've been keeping you posted on the update on this car. Hope you love what I've done with it. But I didn't want to buy it. My wife and I, we were leaving. I was like, let's go, babe, you know. And I said, I told him it's just not the car for me. It was more than I wanted to put into the car. And I think he was ready to see the car go to a new home, and said, hey, you know, what would you pay for it? And I basically told him, this is the I do not want to buy this car price. And I paid $2,800 for the car. And that was about a year ago, actually, is when I bought this car. And then talking to my good friend Nick, him and I were messaging on Facebook, and I was talking to my good buddy Nick. So about a month later, Nick, a good friend of mine, him and I were messaging just like a lot of the Foxbody Brotherhood does about Foxbodies, and we were messaging, and I shot him a picture of this car, and I said, hey, check out what I picked up. I said, I'm just planning on keeping it original like it is, and putting a paint job on it and flipping it was my plan for this car. As soon I couldn't no more get that typed out that he said, I'll buy it. So here we are. Now, of course, the car has morphed way into more than I had originally planned, and now this is more Nick's creation, and here it is. So going over a few specs, we've got Mickey Thompson tires on this thing. The rears have 295 35 18s on it, staggered 10-inch rims. We've got 9s up front, and we've got 245 40 18s on the front. And the fitment on this car, guys, I'm going to tell you, it looks great. We're not sticking out. Fenders are of course rolled. We've got some really cool Bear brakes that are 0304 Cobra style brakes, 13-inch discs up front. We got an SN95 setup out back, 373 gears. We've also got MagnaFlow exhaust, H-pipe, shorty headers on this car. Of course, we have a full Cervini's body kit on this car. We've got a steel 2-inch cowl hood, which looks great. It's the same hood that's on my car. We'll take you through the inside of this car. We've got some JL Audio 12-inch subs in the back with a 1000-watt JL Audio amp. We've got all replacement door and rear speakers and front speakers. We've got Memphis audio up there as well as kicker. The sound system is amazing. Also inside we put all new carpet from LMR made by TMI. We went with the better grade of carpet. Door panels are nice on this car. We went with the matte pocket delete on it. Seats are in phenomenal condition. Now you'll notice these seats are either out of an 89 or a 90 that have the red stitching in them, and then have a 91 and up headrest on it. It looks good. Got our 5.0 floor mats in here. Really nice interior. We went with the cup holder console. I went ahead and painted the whole console. We've got an SVE short throw shifter in it. Interior is super nice on this car, guys. Nick had a special request that I do on this car, something I've never done, and I'm going to do it to my car now. And when I do it to the 417 Fox, I plan on recording it for you guys. I've got the template still that I've made. I'm going to sit in here and show you guys what we've done. So guys, take a look at this. This is a fully custom, hand-built panel that fits behind here, okay? We've got an Alpine radio with CarPlay, which I absolutely love. It works great. I was actually able to design this panel here to where this can mount to your factory HVAC locations, so it's very stable. This thing is rock solid in here, and I will do an upcoming video where I show you guys how to make your own. Looks great. And the sound system, yeah, it rattled the dust off the rafters in the shop. Guys, there's really not a whole lot happening under the hood. Got our red line tuning lift supports. Standard cooling system in the car. We've got an upgraded 3G alternator. We've got our standard SVE cold air intake, Maxim Motorsports caster camber plates. We've got a 93 Cobra brake booster and master cylinder. Of course, you can see the beautiful GT40 tubular with the custom paint job up top. We have matching painted stock valve covers. And guys, other than that, this motor's stock, but it runs really good. It doesn't smoke. It's I scoped the pistons on this car and they look like they're brand new. Not even any carbon buildup on them. We do have a converted R134 AC in this car, and it works great. So guys, that's it. Here it is. This car really was brought back from the dead. I absolutely have fallen in love with this car during the build. And Nick, I can't wait for you to see it when you get home, brother. So today I'm actually going to meet Nick's dad, who's actually picking up for the car for him. And then Nick, in about a month, is going to be back home from Iraq. So Nick, when you get home, buddy, we're going to have a nice ride to cruise around in. Before I see this two-tone Cobra clone home, I think I would be remiss if I didn't do a cold start comparison on the 417 Fox and the two-tone Cobra clone. So these cars actually have almost an identical exhaust. They both have shorty headers, they both have off-road H-pipes, and they both have MagnaFlow exhaust. Now the cool thing about the blue car is it has basically some new old stock old style MagnaFlow mufflers. They're a little shorter than the ones that are on my car, but other than that, he has 3-inch MagnaFlow tips. Mine are 2.5, but you would think there wouldn't be that big of a difference in how the cars sound, but I'm going to tell you, these cars sound night and day difference between each other. So that's why we're going to go ahead and do a cold start. So I'll get the camera back here right at the exhaust on the blue car. I've got my father-in-law helping me out here today, and he's going to get her fired up, and we will see what it sounds like compared to each other. All right, Eddie, fire it up. Sounds pretty good, don't it? All right, now let's go check out the 417 Fox and see how it compares. So we got Eddie getting ready to do this car, and we'll take you back to the getting the same position that I had it on the two-tone Cobra clone, and we will see how the 417 Fox sounds comparatively. All right, fire it up, Eddie. I think both cars sound amazing. The two-tone Cobra clone is a little bit more subdued. It's more of a lower rumble, a little bit more of a lower growl. I would say the 417 Fox may be just a little bit more obnoxious on how loud it is. But what I can't figure out is the difference in the exhaust notes on these cars being completely different with very, very similar exhaust setups. Now, my car does have a cam. My car does have, you know, different heads on it. This is a stock cam, stock heads car with just the two-tone Cobra clone is a stock head, stock cam, and with just the GT40 tubular on top is really the only performance mods other than the exhaust. So I know that plays a little bit into it, but my goodness, that's a big difference. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Well, it's been fun, and I sure hope you've enjoyed watching the videos on the two-tone Cobra clone. Now, that's not the last you're going to see of the two-tone clone. I've actually got the next video where the two-tone clone and the 417 Fox are together at a car show where something very special happens. You're not going to want to miss that one. We've got a ton of content lined up for you guys. It's either Foxbody content and also automotive DIY content. If you've been watching the live streams, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about there. I'm also super stoked about an upcoming episode that I'm going to be filming where this gets installed in my car. You guys are not going to want to miss that one. Hey, stick around. If you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.